Hey, I'm Repo Rob, and I'm reporting at Rob Rides Sharks. I hope you like that name. But, cool. So basically, this channel is going to be covering things like anonymous, current events, politics, opinion, philosophy, and art, and poetry too. I'm a writer and a graphic designer. I live in Boston. I'm 36 years old. I'm a producer at the Greg House Show. I'm not sure if you are familiar with anonymous history, but Greg House is one of the original founders of the group. It's been a real pleasure and pretty amazing to have this opportunity to be working directly in the media wing of Anonymous. I'm not a hacker. Never was. Not even really that good at coding. I'd say I'm fairly average. So I do some coding for them, some graphic design, and some producing. And I have to say, I've come to really respect the group's, just their morals. We live today in what I call an inversion society, where not everything, but a lot of our systems which society has set up have in fact become exactly the opposite of maybe their intention or what they claim to be. The courts are corrupt. They, instead of providing law and order, we lock up black males and leave families in poor neighborhoods without father figures. I wouldn't call that justice. The more money you have, the more of a abhorrent crime you can get off for, get free for. That's not justice. So that's corrupted. Another system, let's say our medical system. Well, first of all, the medical system in and of itself, it's meant to, it's here supposedly to make us healthy, right? Well, the doctors prescribe us pills. A lot of times these pills have horrible side effects, even death. So these pills that are supposed to make us better make us sick. I'm not railing against Western medicine. That's not the point here. And I wouldn't have lived to this age if it weren't for Western medicine. But that's not to say that there aren't some seriously corrupt aspects to it, which are in fact the opposite of what they're supposed to do. So this is the idea of inverse society. Like when the W administration passed the Clean Air Act, which in fact loosened restrictions on pollution, so it made the sky not clean, less clean. I don't know if it's really Orwellian language, but it certainly is something, and it's an aversion on what it's supposed to be. I think that this has infected our society more than we even realize. For example, I think many of us live our whole lives in with doing the exact opposite of what we know we're here to do. We are here to die. I don't mean that in a dark way. It does sound dark, but you know what though? It's only because of how inverse our society is. We are all going to die. And this isn't a terrible or horrible thing. And it's just what it is. It's just reality. It's just the situation. And so we should really be living our entire lives with that knowledge that we are going to die. We're definitely dead for a lot longer than we're alive. I can't remember where I heard that quote. Oh, I do remember. It came from some movie I saw on YouTube. Yeah. So there's a lot of different points I'd like to get off into from here, but I think I'm going to take them piece by piece. So this is the first video, and it's gonna be part of a series with a lot of parts. I think the best way to approach the ideas I'm trying to get at is to break it down into individual clips. So this is the first one. I hope you enjoyed it so far, and I'm going to try and get as many of these recorded tonight as I can in order to craft up the whole idea that I'm working at trying to explain. Thank you very much. I will talk to you soon.